In this video, I'm going to show you the ultimate system for getting high quality leads and turning them into paying customers. This marketing system has generated thousands of leads and hundreds of thousands in revenue for my clients in 2025 alone. These clients are all solo business owners or run small trade teams. Before implementing the system, they were all feeling stressed and anxious about where their next customer was going to come from. If you feel like you've tried social media, you've built a website, or you've even worked with a marketing agency and you still haven't cracked lead generation, keep watching this video. I'm going to walk you through 5 simple steps to build a system that brings in leads every single day and helps you turn them into paying clients, even if you feel like you don't have time to work on your business and you're stuck working in your business. Every business owner is trying to grow their revenue. Of course, to do that, you need a consistent flow of leads. If you're running a service business on your own or you've got a very small team, sometimes it can feel impossible. Aside from being extremely busy with doing client work, maybe you've tried posting on social media, you've built a website, or you've even worked with a marketing agency, but nothing seems to be working. You don't have the underlying system that will allow you to scale, and today I'm going to show you how to build one. So step 1 is to lay the right foundations, because without this you cannot scale. Before we do anything, we need to get 3 things clear. Who are you trying to attract? What exactly are you going to offer them? And why should they choose you over a competitor? If you skip this step, everything else will become 10 times harder, so take the time to get it right. So your audience, the who. Your audience is the group of people that you're trying to help. The clearer you are about who they are, the easier it is to write ads, build funnels, and more importantly, close sales. You need to get really granular on the detail of this. So don't just say any male over the age of 25. You need to be really detailed with who you're going to be going after. So I might say something like busy families in Cardiff that want more space without moving home. I know everything about their pains. I know everything about their goals. I know everything about their family life. They've got kids, they've got a dog. Everything that you could think of about this target customer, that's who we're going to be going after. And you might base this off one of your real customers, or you might make it up. The next thing is your offer. So this is what you're going to be offering them. Your offer is what you're giving your audience that solves their problem. It's not just your service, it's the result, the value, and how you actually package it all together. If I was offering garage conversions, I wouldn't just say, get a garage conversion now on an ad. Instead of just offering a garage conversion, what we might offer is something like, get a free garage inspection and free design service for your dream garage conversion. They're actually getting something tangible. It's a low risk step. You're not just saying, hand over the money and I'll do your garage conversion. They're actually going to be able to picture what they're going to get, and then they'll be in your sales process. A great offer will make you sales before you even start the sales process. Finally, the positioning, and this is where a lot of business owners miss out. The positioning is what makes your business stand out, and it's what people will say about you when you're not in the room. For example, we might have 2 different builders, both offering the same service. One builder positions themselves as a luxury kitchen extensions for families in Cardiff who want to upgrade their forever home. The other builder is very general, and they're known for budget-friendly flips and quick turnarounds for property investors in Cardiff. Both are builders in Cardiff, but their positioning really puts them in very different categories of who their ideal customer is, what they're going to be offering, and ultimately how much they can charge. Same service, different audience, different offer, completely different brands. You need to know who your audience is, who are you helping, you need to know what your offer is, what result are you promising, and you need to know your positioning, what is your brand going to be known for. Step 2, we need to plan your customer journey. So now we need to map out the customer journey, how someone finds you and decides to work with you from click to close. Most businesses just have a website, post a bit of content and hope for the best, but we want to be really intentional with the customer journey. Here's the journey that your customer might go on. They see your business through a Facebook ad or a piece of content. They click through to your page, which will be a clear, simple landing page with nowhere to click around that takes them on a journey, answering all their questions and telling them everything they need to know. They click a button to get in touch, so they fill out a form, maybe they request a quote or book a call with you, and then they go through your sales process, which we can use with automation, sending them emails, texts. We can have conversations with them, we can call them, and ultimately we might be able to go to their house and do a consultation. And that is a really clear customer journey from the moment they lay eyes on your business, on your offer, to the moment where they give you money and they close the sale. The customer journey doesn't need to be technical. You can literally draw this out on a piece of paper, but it's really important to get clear on where your customer is going to go before they get to work with you. The clearer that we can be on this journey, the easier it is to improve and refine it and find bottlenecks in the system. That leads me on to step 3, which is to build a simple system that converts leads into sales. So now that we've mapped out our customer journey, now we need to actually build the system around it. We need a clear landing page, which is also known as a web page that people land on. Not a complicated website, just one page that explains who you help, what you do, answers any objections that they might have, and has a clear call to action button on how they can take the next step. We need the next step to actually be easy to take, whether it's just a form, a calendar link, or just entering their details to download a freebie of yours. And if people aren't ready to buy yet, we need to give them something helpful, like a free guide or a checklist, in exchange for their contact details. So you can follow up later, nurture the leads via email, and we call this a lead magnet because it attracts leads who are not yet ready to buy. This saves you time and also builds trust, pulling them down the funnel and making them more and more likely to book in a call with you in the future. We'll also send these leads nurturing emails, again answering all of their worries, concerns, any questions they might have, making it more likely for them to book in a call with you and actually enter your sales process. Step 4 is to get people to see your offer and your landing page. We can build out the best system in the world, but if no one sees it, then you're not going to get any sales. So now we need to send people into our funnel. We can run simple Facebook ads to show your offer to your audience who are likely to need it. This step is about turning your system on so leads start coming in. What I've learned over the last few years is leads is actually the easy part. We could pretty much turn on ads for any offer or any business, and we can get people to fill out a form or come into our funnel. But if we don't have the right system behind it, it's going to be really difficult to turn those leads into sales or customers. So that's why you might have worked with a marketing agency or run ads in the past, but you don't have the underlying foundations in place, which is why it just feels like you're wasting money. Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I started a web design business. I got decent at web design and I decided, right, I'm going to run some ads. And I thought, this is going to be brilliant. As soon as I click start on the ads, I'm going to get loads and loads of inquiries and people wanting to work with me. So I put the ads on. I think I only did about £10 a day. Left it for a week or so, and a week later I'd spent 100 quid. I had 0 leads and 0 sales, so I just pretty much burned that money away. And that was because I didn't have this underlying system in place. I had a terrible offer, I didn't know who my audience was, I didn't have a funnel in place, and I didn't know what I was doing. The 5th and final step is turning those leads into paying clients, also known as working on your sales process. Getting leads is one thing, but turning them into paying customers is where the money is made. That's why we'll build a simple sales process that you can follow. What this will do is filter out any time wasters, so we'll ask a few smart questions before they book a call and we waste any time on them. Follow up with them automatically so you don't forget to chase people, and we'll also help you close the sale because all the nurturing that we've done will answer most of their questions anyway. So the job of marketing is actually to make the salesperson redundant. All we need the salesperson to do is build a little bit of rapport and close the deal. If you're not very good at sales, it doesn't matter. You don't need to become a salesperson when you've got a good offer and a good system in place. So just to recap on the 5 steps. The first step is to lay the foundations. Get clear on who you help, what you offer, and why you're different. Next, you need to plan the customer journey, make it easy for people to understand how to go from point A to point B to actually buy your service. Next, we need to build that system out, so simple, clear landing pages with nurturing processes. Then we need to use ads or organic content to get traffic. And then finally, we need a sales process to close the deal, qualify, follow up, and turn interest into paying clients. So last month, my client Ashley came on board, who has a trades and home improvements business. We basically turned on paid ads and built out a system similar to the one I described in this video. In the first month, Ashley actually closed 3 sales and got, I think, about 40 something leads over the month. I'll put the pictures up on screen now so you can see. And what we actually did with Ashley this month is he's already closed 5 sales. So that's It's building momentum month on month. I haven't done anything fancy. We've just built out this simple system, turned on paid ads, and he's watching the leads and sales come in month over month. So his business is growing really, really nicely. If you want help building something like this for your business, the first link in the description, if you click through that, it'll take you to a page. If you think it's a good fit with you, you can click a button to book in a call with me, and essentially I'll tell you more info on it. And there won't be any hard sell. It'll just be, simple discussion between you and I, and we'll talk about building the system. If it's right for you, we can go from there. So click the first link in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next